Hey, yo, what's the deal, man? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 4:26 p.m., February 23rd, 2025. You know what I mean? And this is the third discussion video of the day. You know what I mean? It's Sunday, so there's nothing really to talk about. So I said, fuck it. Let me do a discussion video, right? And you know, I love gimmick matches, right? I love gimmick matches. And one gimmick match that I've always had a thing for growing up is scaffold matches. And, you know, from the outside in, it looks cool because, you know, it's wrestlers high above, but there's no payoff. There's no payoff, and it actually is kind of boring. It actually is boring because with a scaffold match, you know, you got to include it into something, right? It has to be included into a, you know, not only a few, but there has to be a payoff. You know, there has to be a payoff. And with scaffold matches, it's boring. You know what I mean? It's boring. Like there's nothing at the end of it, and like there's no goals. Just to have one. You know what I'm saying? Just to have one. And, you know, it also hurts the wrestlers. And yes, is it dangerous? Yes, it is. Yes, it is dangerous. It is dangerous. It's dangerous with no payoff. I see why WWE never did a scaffold match, you know, in their entire existence, right? I see why. But I seen a picture. I seen a picture of a ladder scaffold, right? That I'm going to post up right now. You know what I'm saying? And this was in Japan. And I said to myself, you know what? Could this actually work? Could they bring a scaffold ladder into the ring? Yes, it could. It's not high. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not high. And also, you could put something on the line. You could put something on the line for it. Now, I mean, you could put like a title on the line. You could put something would be on the line. Something would clearly be on the line. You know what I mean? To make the shit exciting. Because could scaffold matches work in its infancy? Yes, if it's like that. But you got to add something into it. Otherwise, scaffold matches are not going to work like that. It's not. Scaffold matches are not going to work. Because with scaffold matches, again, there is no payoff. There's no payoff with a scaffold match. It looks cool from the outside, but when you see it, it's like, and you see why a lot of, you know, companies don't do scaffold matches. Ring of Honor never did a scaffold match, right? TNA did one, in Elevation X. You know, they did one with Elevation X. You know, I say Ultimate X is basically a spin-off to a scaffold match. You could say that, right? You can clearly say that. But, you know, a scaffold match has to work. It has to work with something on top in order for you to grab. Almost like a ladder match, but, you know, with a scaffold. But if you see that scaffold that they had in, you know, right in the image that I showed you, it could work. It could work, but something has to be on top. You know, shit, I'll fucking add it into like, you know, a specialty match, like, you know, like a what you call that shit? You know, like a triple threat theater or the, you know, or 3 stages of hell. Something like that, right? I would add it into something like that. I would. I definitely would. Because, you know, with just a plain scaffold match, it's not going to work. It is boring. Do I think it's overrated? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because, you know, because there is no. I first seen it in the NWA. You know what I mean? Like when they did it on Starrcade, I think Skywalkers. You know what I mean? But like I said, when I was a kid, I thought this shit was cool. But, you know, from the outside, you know, that's from the outside in. But when you see it, it's like, like there's just really nothing fun about, you know, about scaffold matches. It's nothing fun. You know what I mean? It's basically nothing fun. You know, like the wrestlers get hurt easy. You know, and again, you're way high above. But if you've seen that image, it says it's right in the ring with a fucking ladder. With a ladder. You know what I mean? With a fucking ladder. It can work. It can work. It clearly can work. You know what I mean? You just got to put something on top, like a belt or a contract or something on top. Something. Because, you know, that's the only way that you're going to get that is going to be an attractive piece. It's not going to be an attractive piece when it's just a standard scaffold match. You know, it's not like Hell in a Cell where you know, where it is a, you know, where it's a fucking, you know, it's a match ender. I mean, it's a feud ender. No, it's not like that. This is not a feud ender. This is just a specialty match that, like I said, could work with all the other matches and such, right? It could work. The problem is that you need a payoff to it. Know what I mean? And with scaffold matches, you know, scaffold matches are the most overrated, you know, it's the most overrated match in pro wrestling. But there's a way to fix it, and that right there, to me, would be the way to fix a scaffold match. That's just me. I would love to see a scaffold match in WWE. But it has to be right. It has to be right. It has to be done correctly. Otherwise, having a scaffold match, there's no benefit. There's no benefit. A wrestler's going to get severely hurt, you know, and you can't do shit. You can't. You really can't do a fucking thing. I mean, you can't. I mean, people get hurt with TLC matches all the time and such. Shit, if you want to throw it in with a TLC match and call it TLCS, you can do that. You can do that. You know what I mean? But it's not going to work with just a plain scaffold match. Now, I see why no other company does it, because there's no benefit. But I'm about to be out, guys. You know what I mean? I definitely will be coming back with one more video tonight, for sure. You know what I mean? I'm about to go play some games in a bit, so I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace!